let's go ahead and get started. I want you guys to hear or really see what we have going on at Quail Valley. If you notice, if you can share the screen, can give me a thumbs up if you can see the screen. Right, right. So you see our website right here. Let's talk about briefly Quail Valley. And I want you to see our mission statement, and these are things that we say every day here at Quail Valley. And it reads, Quail Valley Middle School is a diverse learning community where each member is valued, empowered to imagine, equipped to grow, and inspired to contribute. These are the areas where all of us in our community strive to achieve for our Raider students. Our vision statement simply states that our community invests in students as they discover and develop the knowledge, skills, gifts, and dispositions that foster personal agency and positively impact a global society. So as we encounter our students, your children, we want them to be able to impact their classrooms, their friend groups, the campus, and then eventually reach out to the community, the city, the state, and then eventually impact the entire world. That is where we're pushing them. You will see our core values. I will not bore you with this. You can go to the website, and I'll drop the website in the link, in the chat. But these are our core values: proud, respectful, responsible, safe, and we want all of our young people, wherever they may be in life, to be leaders, and we want them to exemplify these core values every day. If you ever want to look at the different academics, of course, you can navigate this page. And then when I come back on, after I introduce a few people, then I will show you where you can find some of the stuff that will be important to you as it relates to course selection, because that's the season that we're in. Can you believe it? You dropped your baby off at school one day at kindergarten, and now they are about to be sixth graders. Unbelievable. Time is filled, help me out, Dr. Dawson, with swift transition, filled with swift transition. All right. So since I called Mr. Dawson's name, I would like for him to go ahead and talk briefly about his program and what he offers. Mr. Dawson and Avid, you, sir, have the floor.
Good evening, everyone. And let me first off thank all of you for joining us on tonight. I'm the AVID coordinator slash elective teacher at Quail Valley Middle School. I've been in that position for approximately 7 years, and I'm excited about the coming up year. AVID, in short, is simply college and career readiness at the middle school level. Now, parents, I know that perhaps at first uh, hearing of AVID, you may think that your kids have all the time in the world to go to college. But please believe me that the time does fly. And I'm charged at Quail Valley to equip your children, your students, your prized possessions in the areas of organization, in the areas of structure, and I'm also charged with ensuring that your students are on the right path to success, particularly if they endeavor to be college graduates. And so we take a host of trips throughout the school year, college trips where we go and we discover careers. We look at what colleges have to offer, and we also teach life skills. And so those skills that we learn within the classroom are spread abroad, not only outside of the classroom throughout the school hallways rather, but even at your homes. And so AVID produces effective citizenship. And so I I highly anticipate teaching your students on next year in relation to the AVID program. So if you have any questions, my information is on the screen. Please feel free to reach out to me. Again, my name is Mr. Dawson, and I'm the AVID coordinator at Quail Valley Middle School. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Dawson. I think the next person we'll go to will be our art department. That's Miss Smith and Miss Mock. Who will be speaking for our art department today? Go ahead, Miss Smith.
Hi there. Good evening. My name is Miss Smith. I'm one of 3 art teachers here at Quell Valley. We have a really healthy and growing art program. I teach art 1 and 2 to 7th and 8th graders. Miss Mock, I'm going to let her speak here in a moment. She is our 6th grade art teacher. So your 6th graders will be with her next year. I would just say that there is a place for everybody in our art program. We have a lot of fun. The kids really, really grow and learn to express themselves artistically. We also really focus on critical thinking skills and problem solving through visual art as well. And we do a lot of really fun competitions. So if your kid is really, really competitive and wants to get out there and see their art, have their art seen by the public, we are really, really huge advocates for the students. And I'm going to turn it over to Miss Mock so she can say a little bit about the 6th graders.
Good evening. Yes, I'm Miss Mock, and I teach Art 1, 6th grade. And I just want to tell you a little bit about what I do with the students. In the first semester, I start off with introducing the principles of art and going into a little bit of the the elements of art and the principles of design. In the second semester, we move into 3D art, which we're currently working on right now. We're working on found sculptures, and what I mean by that is we use everyday objects to create something new. The students are really enjoying it right now, and they find it quite interesting, and they have come up with some wonderful, wonderful pieces, and I can't wait for everyone to see those. So I'm really excited about the program that we have here. It's a wonderful program. The art teachers work really well together. We have a really good team, and I'm looking forward to the new year coming up next year.
Thank you, art department. As we move forward, I want you, and I'll say this again, I want to encourage you to talk to your children who came by the school today for our fantastically well put together, well organized. Okay, that's saying that I did. That's not. It was great because of the people that we have here on the screen. Absolutely. So make sure that you ask your students, what did you experience today? How was 5th grade day at Quell Valley? What stood out to you? With that being said, let's go over to the noisemakers of the building. I think we know who that is. One of the noisemakers. Hold on, where? There you go. Let's go to band. Let's talk to Mr. Qureshi. Step in, Mr. Qureshi.
Hey everyone. Oh, I need to change that photo. That photo is from my first year of teaching. Oh, I did not realize I still had it up there. I've aged a little bit, if you can't tell. Okay, hey everyone. My name is Mr. Qureshi. I'm one of the band directors here at Quell Valley Middle School. I've been here for a couple of years now, since 2019. So I guess it's my fifth year here. Oh my gosh. 5th year here at Quell Valley. Been loving it every year. It's been awesome. Our program this year is about 265 students. Next year it'll be close to 300 if we keep growing the way that we're growing. So a massive band program. We have 3 band classes. We actually have 3 band classes and a bunch of beginner classes. We have a jazz band. We have a full symphony orchestra. We have all these types of things for our students. Super excited for you guys to be coming to Quell Valley. Would love for you to be a part of our program here. It is just wonderful. We love teaching these kids, and the kids at Quell Valley, truly amazing students. Some information for you guys. If your child selects band as your first elective, we're going to get a list from you guys, and we'll send emails out, and we'll schedule your instrument interview. And this is not just band. I'm also talking on behalf of orchestra with Mr. McAllister. Same process for both of us. Once you select band or orchestra as your first or second choice, we'll be reaching out to you to schedule an instrument interview. And that's basically a day where you come to the school and you get to pick what instrument you play next year. Really, really kind of a fun time. You get to try out the instruments, see what you're good at, see what you like the most. And then when you leave that at the end of the day or at the end of that appointment, you'll know what instrument you play. It usually takes about 10 to 15 minutes, not too long. We'll give you all the information you need. So once you select that, we'll reach out to you. Usually those interviews are in May. If that changes, we'll be sure to communicate with you all through email. I also wanted to brag a little bit about something that we put together the past few years. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but Mr. Borak and I, the past couple of years, have been in charge of making the district video for band recruitment. And we have that played at the elementary schools. We made one a couple of years ago, the year we were getting out of COVID, and this year they asked us to make another one. So we made another one. And we actually just finished that up in December. We used a lot of our current students, and that's being showed to elementary school students. But I just thought I'd share it with y'all. I'm going to go ahead and put that link in the chat. So if you guys got some time today, please, we would love for you to come watch it. It's got Quail Valley all over the place and Quail Valley students, and we also talk about band too. But we're really happy to be representing Quail Valley Middle School at the district level, and we look forward to having you guys on campus next year. It's going to be a lot of fun. And honestly, whatever elective you guys choose, just pick whatever is best for you, whatever you guys want to do. You guys are the kids. We're here as your teachers. If no one's trying to sell you anything, whatever you feel comfortable picking, whatever you think is your passion, go do it. That's what we want. Okay. If that's band, great. If it's choir, awesome. Theater, awesome. Avid, awesome. Whatever you think is the best pathway, we really hope you pursue that. Okay. That's it for me. Anything else I'm missing, Mr. Brown?
I'm glad you came in for orchestra as well, because I was going to say, hey, we need some string instruments in here. But thank you. And yeah, go ahead and update that, because every time I go on your page, I'm like, it's not the same guy. Same guy, but not the same guy. You got a little hair on his face now.
That. I wish I still looked like that, I guess.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time.
No problem.
Let's keep with this fine arts thing going. The smile of the building. Let's see who's gonna. Oh, there it is. There it is. I call her Miss Millie House, but that's something that I'm always, because we like to dance and smile. But I'm gonna give you our fantastic theater teacher, Miss Millhouse. It's yours now, Miss Millhouse.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Miss Millhouse, not Miss Millie Rock. This is my second year here at QVMS. I actually went here when I was in middle school. And I became a theater teacher because of an experience that I had at Elkins High School. I was very sheltered and shy and emo. And theater really brought me out of my shell. And I became this bright, enthusiastic person that I am today. And so I want to bring those experiences back to the students, especially the sixth graders. Like we're doing monologues right now, so they're performing solo. We've been doing group work first semester. So this second semester, I'm a little bit tougher on them because I'm really trying to get them comfortable with, being able to public speak and having that confidence to, stand their ground and speak what's on their mind and not just hide behind their phones all the time. And so I really do try to teach them other things besides acting. I really do focus on life lessons. And I feel like one of those is communication. And so that's another thing that I hit on besides theater and history and Greek history and all of that stuff. So acting and life lessons, those are my main two things. And I hope that your student chooses theater, and we're doing Annie the Musical with the choir director April 19th and 20th. So we hope that you can make it out. And thank you.
Thank you, Miss Millie Rock. We appreciate your energy. Let's change channels a little bit. Let's go to one of the doctors that we have on campus. And it's funny because I've known him for a long time, and then we end up in the same place. Had no idea we end up here. Let's talk robotics and engineering with Dr. Quincy Washington.
Yes, sir. Y'all can hear me? Okay. Good evening. Good evening. I am Dr. Quincy Washington, as you stated. I am the instructor of our robotics and engineering elective program here at Quail Valley Middle School. This is actually our second year being brought into the district of having a robotics and engineering program. I'm gonna read a little bit on script, and then I'll talk a little bit more off script. So, about this course, robotics and engineering. Um, it's a course that offers our students an opportunity to study concepts in a problem-based, hands-on environment that utilizes the engineering design process. While it is a step-by-step process behind how to design, well, plan, design, create, and then test whatever products we have in. So, of course, this is robotics. So we deal with the robots. We build cars, drones, different things. As far as the engineering aspect, we actually have bridges. We get into a unit known as rocketry, where we actually plan, design, build water bottle rockets. We launch them. We test the integrity of our builds, our rocket builds, or our bridges that we do build. Um, some of our unit focuses goes into computational thinking, which is a step-by-step procedural process of doing things. We go into simple machines, constructing simple machines, and then using these simple machines as far as robotic movement to pick up articles or different tasks that we have. Um, Force in motion. We do basic circuitry, electricity, energy transformations, as well as I said before, the rocketry unit. We generally start off in robotics 1. I offer robotics 1 and a robotics 2 course level. The second course level is the advanced. You have to take the prerequisite of robotics 1 to get to that. But in robotics 1, we start off with the first 9 weeks into coding. We use the software of Scratch. So that is a block-based coding that you learn how to actually know the intricate parts of knowing what a sprite is, how to move their sprite. Ultimately, they actually create video games. They animate stories that they write out. And those things are tested. They are shared with each other. They have peer-to-peer evaluations on their progress or the nature of the product that they constructed. Uh, we go all the way down into, we build them up. We do the bridges and we build engineering designs, a few of those. And we go into the later stages when we actually bring it all together. We actually build the Lego. We use the Lego kits to build engineering designs, and then we use the coding from scratch that we learned to actually do the animations of that robot to make it pick up certain tasks or go this far, come backwards. A lot of kids definitely enjoyed the class. This is a class that we not sitting in front of them and just dictating, give me this particular concept or precept. Let me see what you explore. Let me see how you explore the engineering design process uh, when they make a product, or it's not so much about the grade behind what the end product is, but the process of thinking going into their product. So a lot of kids, most kids enjoy it. I also teach a offshoot, an extracurricular club where I sponsor it. It's the robotics club, as well as we have a coding club. These things are competitive. They compete with the kids in the district, other middle schools, as well as outside of the district. So there's many competition opportunities. There's a big Fort Bend ISD district STEM showcase that the top qualifiers actually get a chance to show off their products, and they even placed and judged. And if they go on, they get the recognition. So kudos to a lot of those kids. We actually had kids at second place and placed very well in a lot of these competitions, and we want to keep that same fire and I guess uh, pleasure or joy of them actually knowing how to have a product, explain their product, and also offer to the community. And then they kind of, whatever they're going to do in life, they go into engineering, they go into robotics. There's many fields, even in medicine, that deal with the whole technology aspect. So we bring a lot of these things, we introduce it to them in the first course. Second course, we go to another level with it. But most of the kids, they love taking that course. Once again, I'm Dr. Washington, Robotics and Engineering 1 and 2. Thank you. Anything else?
Oh, that's perfect, Dr. Washington, man. You're amazing. We'll really appreciate you. Let's go back to our fine arts real quickly. I think I saw this. She won't let me sing at all. I don't know why. I've really been working on my voice. So let's go to Miss Medina. Floor is yours, Miss Medina.
Hi, I'm Lisette Medina. I'm the choir director here at Hill Valley Middle School. This is my third year at the school, 11th teaching overall, and I'm so happy to be the choir director here. For our classes, we have the beginner treble choir, which is for female students. We also have beginner tenor bass choir, which is for male students. And then they move on in 7th and 8th grade, they move on to the tenor bass choir, junior varsity treble choir, or varsity treble choir, which is a top group that we have. We also do different activities during the school year. We do, in the fall semester, we have the fall concert and the winter concert, and that's a required event for all choirs. And 7th and 8th graders also get to participate in solo and ensemble competition. In the spring semester, we have one required concert, which is the spring show, and that's the fun pop show. And we also get to do different activities like collaborate with theater for the musical in April, as well as doing other activities like the iFest International Festival, along with other clubs and organizations from our school. In March, we also do region choir auditions in April, and for the sixth graders, they also get to participate in the showcases for the incoming fifth graders, as well as helping out more with the musical. So I'm so happy, again, I'm so happy to be the choir director. If your student, your child is interested in singing, maybe has a good singing voice, or you just want them to try it out, or they would like to try it out, choir is open to anyone. We welcome everyone, and we hope each other succeed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Benina. One of the things I want to highlight for all of these wonderful people that have spoken is that these people are available to not only sharpen skills that may already be there, but to develop skills that students may not know that they have. And so please don't feel like you have to come in knowing everything or knowing a little bit of something. If you're interested in music, they'll teach you how to read and use music. That's what we're here for. If you want to sing, but you're not sure that shower voice actually will translate into a choir voice, come on, give it a try. But try it for the whole year. If you're interested in building, or even if you're struggling with organization, like we have something for your sixth grader. And so please get involved. Also, we don't have this person here, Master Petway, but we do have what's called a Kickstart Karate program, which is an alternative course to PE. So you can have regular physical education that is gender specific, boys PE and girls PE. And then you have Kickstart Karate. So what I want to do is play his video, which is about 2 minutes long, and let's give your attention to it.
Hi, welcome incoming Raiders. My name is Master Petway. I am the instructor here at Quail Valley for the Kickstart Kids program. I want to welcome you and thank you guys for taking the opportunity to check out our program. It's going to be really brief. I have a couple of students who want to share a little bit about their experience with Kickstart Kids. So I'll let them tell you their experience and how they feel about the program and demonstrate a couple of moves to you. So enjoy. And again, I want to welcome you guys to Quail Valley. Thank you.
I like Kickstart because I like doing karate and I like the community. Like for example, if you don't know how to tie your belt, others will help you, and with anything else that you don't know how to do, they'll be there for you.
I like Kickstart because, well, I like to do karate and how helpful the community is, and it helps me control discipline and your anger management. And at the end, everybody's there for you.
Measure up. Attack and draw back with your right. Fold for one step number 4. Go. And ready, stands. Measure up. Attack and draw back. Fold for one step number 3. Go.
Yeah.
And ready, stands.
And that is our alternate program to your normal physical education. With those programs, just like some of our programs, there may be some associated costs for materials and whatnot. And I know when it comes to PE and when it comes to Kickstart Karate, there are fees for the uniforms, which are required for both of those classes. But Master Petway is, I believe, a 4th degree black belt, like a real black belt, like the one I wear every day, but he's a real black belt. And he runs his own karate school, which is why he's not here right now. And so, along with staying at the school to teach the kids that still come back from high school to be a part of the demo team and to advance in belts, then he goes away and he runs his own karate school. I'm going to open up the microphone to who will be the 6th grade principal, Ms. Wooten. When she's finished talking to you guys, then I'm going to talk to you guys briefly about course selection, and then we'll open up for questions. So we'll be here just a short time longer. Go, take it away, Ms. Wooten. Whoop, whoop.
Good evening. Welcome to learn more about Quail Valley Middle School. It was a pleasure to see your students on the campus today. One of the things that I told them this morning, I wanted it to almost be the first words I share with them, and it was 4 words. And those 4 words were, I believe in you. And a lot of the work that I do, even as an assistant principal, I try to reshape their image of what an assistant principal is. A lot of the times, they see the assistant principal as the disciplinarian. But what I want them to almost see me as is more of a coach, a person who's going to help hold them accountable, but who's also going to inspire and empower them to be their best selves when they come to Quail Valley Middle School. And so one of the things that I wanted to make sure that I shared with you this evening are 2 big pieces that I feel like we help promote to make them become those young profile of graduates that we'll be proud of when they graduate as seniors in high school. So one of them is at Quail Valley, we have over 50 plus clubs. A number of them are created by our students. Like they've expressed the interest in that particular organization. They found a sponsor who would support them. And then they get the paperwork and, establish a meeting. Thank you, Mr. Brown, for putting that up. I'm getting a bit of an echo. Is it on my end?
I'm not hearing an echo, but I'll check for muted mics.
Okay, thank you. So a lot of the clubs that you see here are clubs that our students created based on their interests. And so it's an opportunity for them to connect with other students who have like-minded interests, but it's also an opportunity for them to grow in their leadership skills. For those of you who were with us at the very beginning of the call, we shared our mission and vision and our core values. And one of those is becoming leaders. And so we love to give our students opportunities to become leaders. So a lot of our students, like I say, they create these organizations and they look for ways that they can contribute and give back to others through either service or even in creating things or establishing different projects. So a lot of our students have really given back and inspired others just by their ability to kind of come together around what they're interested in. One of the other things I wanted to share with you, and we launched this year, is we have at each grade level what we call the QVMS experience. And in the QVMS experience, we have students who are, if they're able, they contribute a certain amount. And it was the same this year. It was $55 for all grade levels. But what that experience and afforded them was the opportunity to travel and take some different field experiences connected to some of the learning that's happening in their classroom. But because when we're also out on field trips, we want to make sure that we're representing the Q and U in a positive way. So each grade level has their own grade level t-shirts. And so that's another part of what that cost goes towards. But our sixth graders this year had the privilege of venturing out to the Health Museum in the fall as part of their science learning. They also went to the Holocaust Museum in December to learn more about how the informational writing that they were reading about in their ELA class looked in the real world, even in museum exhibits and displays. This semester, they'll be making a field trip over to BizTown to kind of learn more about financial literacy. That'll be near the end of the semester, but we have that they're looking forward to. But like I said, we always want to try to find a way to create field experiences for our students that connect to their learning and give them something to connect to in the real world as it relates to that learning. We know that keeps them engaged. It exposes some of them to new careers and opportunities that they have. So it's very, very important to us that we give all of our students those kinds of opportunities. So basically, as you've seen, a lot of us on the call here do a lot to make sure that our students are more than just an academic student. We really try to support the whole student here at Quail Valley Middle School. And so if you all have any other questions for me, feel free to drop those in the chat. But like I said, we had a good time enjoying lunch with your students and going over some of those expectations, but just seeing how they managed the whole environment was really impressive. They were a great group today.
I agree with you, Miss Wooten, affectionately by some of her students as Miss Woo Woo. Sometimes it happens. So I agree with you, and we believe in your child. I just want you to know that. And as we talk about what happened today with fifth grade day, let me be a little more specific. Today was geared specifically toward our students who are zoned to our campus, the Quail Valley Elementary students and the Lantern Lane elementary students came to hang out with us, and we had a fantastic time. So before we get to a short time of question and answer, I hope you can see this. Oh, let me share the screen. I'm going to share with you what the course selection sheet looks like. So when your darling child comes home and begins to talk about this, because their counselors have already begun to talk about it, they may have sent it out in the email. I've handed it to your child already. I've already been over to Lantern Lane and Quail Valley to speak with the fifth grade students, to talk to them about these courses, so they got to see these teachers for themselves today. I just want to make sure you get familiar with this sheet really quickly. There are 5 core courses: the ELA, math, science, social studies, and a PE course. All right. Every student will take all 5 of those courses. There are a total of 7 courses, 7 movements in middle school. So they would take all 5 of these courses. Now, what level will be determined by the skill set and also by teacher recommendation, along with maybe some test scores that prove that they can handle the rigor. So when you see something like this, an ELA AAC course, or a math AAC course, or a science AAC course, or a social studies AAC course, that AAC stands for Advanced Academic Course. This is fast-paced, high-rigor courses for students who need a little more boost, who are ready for that kind of rigor. You're already doing well, and you want to be pushed a little bit more in class, and your teachers will let us know who those students are. You may choose it because you know that about your child, that they're ready for advanced learning. All right. Now, here is something special, though. If you take the Math 6 AAC course, you will be on track to take Math 7 AAC. It doesn't seem like much, but once you complete Math 7 AAC in 8th grade, you will qualify to take Algebra 1, which is a high school credit course, which is the first course that most 9th graders take in their math class. But you can get a head start at one of those high school credit courses, and we have several of them here on campus. But this is a great way to get that started, but understand you have to be prepared for the rigor. It is fast-paced because in Math 6 and 7 AAC, they're giving you the skills that you would need to do in algebra. And normally that's 6th grade math, 7th grade math, and 8th grade math. So they're taking those 3 maths, compacting them into about 2 years, so you'll be ready for Algebra 1. All right. We already know about the PE and the Kickstart, but let me highlight this. We do have off-campus PE, but these are for students who are in high-level training for whatever activity they're in that causes them to leave the school and go and train for 4 to 5 hours in the evening. but there is an application that is on the behavioral health and wellness for off-campus PE. I'm not sure if that's open yet, but you need to pay attention to that if that is your child. We do have children that are synchronized swimming. Some of them are preparing to potentially go to the Olympics. So if that's your child, then make sure that you go visit that application. Now, with everybody talking, of course, they were talking about the elective courses. They were talking about the elective courses. So your child will have the option to take 2 elective courses. The state requires that all middle schoolers take at least 1 fine art before they leave middle school. Here at Quill Valley, we prefer you to at least do that in the first year, in the 6th grade year. So of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 course offerings, your child will more than likely take 2 of these, and one of these ought to be a fine art. Mr. Brown, what is a fine art? We're talking about art, band, choir, orchestra, theater arts. And when you get to Avid and robotics, these 2 classes are not fine arts, but they are available to your students, or else we wouldn't have them on the sheet. Okay, that's my acting voice right there. Thank you, Ms. Millhouse. All right. So the instructions here are to label the courses 1, 2, 3, and 4. You will not get 4 electives. You will only get 2. But the 1 and the 2 are the courses that your child wants the most. And the 3 and the 4 are the courses that are alternates in case you don't get your number 1 and number 2. So let me say this. Hear this good. Y'all ready for this? Please lean in, all parents, and hear this good. Please make sure that your child chooses courses they want, because they will get exactly what they choose, which means there will be very little room for schedule changes, because your child will get exactly what they choose. All right? So I want to make sure we know that. Now, I do have one thing I want you to see right here, that if we have a child and we found that they struggled in math or in reading and ELA, English Language Arts, whether it be grade-wise in the classroom or on the test, we want to make sure that we have something in place to support your young scholar. And so here we have a math class, or what's called a literacy lab class, that would take place of one of these electives. And so if that's your student and they need a little more academic support, and we have the space for them, because those classes are very small group classes, to give that extra support, it may look like this: band and math lab, or choir and literacy lab. And so the lab class will take place of one of the electives to make sure that they get the academic support that they need to be successful going forward. But your child probably has either seen this, or they may have this in hand already, and your elementary counselors will support them in getting these courses put into Skyward. And on Monday, the course selection window opens, and it will close on February 9th. But your counselor will be in contact with you to let you know about those things. All right? That's course selection in a really good nutshell. And I want to open up, you can unmute your mic. And if you have a question, I think we have a few minutes left, but if you have a question, feel free to ask, and we will do our best to answer. And if we don't answer it, we will go and find the answer and then get to you as soon as possible. So this is the time where you can unmute your mic, or you can type it in the chat.
Mr. Brown, we
Okay.
had one question in the chat.
Yeah, you can address that. I saw you typed it, but go ahead and address it, because I know
Okay.
everybody's not looking at the chat.
Okay. The question from Mr. Thomas was, to participate in an AAC course, is this contingent on STAR test results?
Great question.
And
so
so
the answer
my,
to that, go ahead, Ms.
no,
Woodson. I'm
go
sorry.
ahead. No,
No,
you go ahead.
Nope,
No.
you go.
So I said a little. So we understand that the STAR test is one test given on one day, right? We do understand that, and a student may have just had a bad day. What we do review is multiple sets of student performance data, if you will. Like, we might look at other tests. How did they do in course grades? We always have the universal screener assessment that we give to every 6th grader when they come to middle school. And if other data sources are saying, hey, they might be able to handle that rigor, they just had a bad day, then it's possible to still place them in an AAC class. However, if a student is not at grade level, then they're going to potentially struggle a lot in an advanced academic course. And that could be frustrating for a student to try to push through that if they're not ready.
Also consider that part of that is teacher recommendation. And so teachers will, when we get lists of all of the kids and their courses, some of those recommendations will be written on the paper, or they'll give us a list. And not only that, but we have students that are not in our academy, but are still labeled as gifted scholars. And so those gifted scholars will likely have at least one advanced course. All right, we have a question in the chat. How can I help my fifth grader gear up for success entering middle school? That is a great question. I want to see if we can, one of our teachers that deals with them one-to-one every day would like to give a stab at that. How can Miss LaDonna Black help her fifth grader gear up for success entering middle school? I have an opinion, but I want to hear from somebody else today.
I'll go ahead and share. One of the main things that I believe will help them be successful is them understanding empathy and ownership. Empathy as far as how to interact with your classmates and, be nice, don't be rude, and try to put yourself in their shoes and how your actions might make them feel, whether it's even the teachers as well. Like, you acting so crazy. How do you think that makes me feel? And ownership and like deadlines. You knew about this assignment, you knew about this project, and you chose to wait to the last minute to prepare for it. So you need to own up to your actions, and with behavior as well. You don't like me because I do too much, but I'm just correcting your behavior because of what you're doing. So you have to own up to what you're doing. So ownership and empathy is what I would say.
Outstanding. Let me add to that, and then I have a couple of questions in the chat. They'll hear this because I start with my sixth grade classes in the same way. Mr. Brown and Ms. Wooten, and all of us who will encounter our sixth graders, we're not here to hold hands. We're here to hold accountable. To hold accountable. That is a very big word here at Quail Valley, where we want to hold you accountable. But here's a way that could really help. If you've ever been dancing before, I know there was a time in my life where I would go to the dance club occasionally. And then you're dancing to one song and then suddenly the music changes. Like when I was in middle school, we'd have the fast-paced kid and play going on. I'm dating myself. And then suddenly it'll change to a slow drag song, or to go from a slow drag song to a fast-paced song. And so if you're still on the dance floor, then you have to adjust to the rhythm. School is very similar where it's a rhythm. And so for the last several years, they have developed a rhythm where they've gone from one teacher to two teachers to three teachers. And I think they've been at a 2 or 3 teacher movement and max, right? When they step on this campus, now they're going to go into 7 movements. 7 movements, 7 different teachers. And so one of the things that's going to help them be successful is to start to talk to them about the changes that they're going to see. And I really want you all to get plugged in. I put the link to the website. Make sure you're paying attention to some of the announcements, and we'll try and funnel those things down to your elementary schools, where we have our Raider Camp, where they can really come in the summer. We normally do it at the end of July, early August. They can come in. You will drop them off. They can come in and get a feel for campus, really get a good in-depth tour and movement, so then they won't feel so overwhelmed on the first day, and they'll be fine. But really getting to this newness, this new rhythm. There's about to be a new dance. The song is about to change, and really talk about that. But one of the things that's overwhelming for sixth graders is 7 teachers, 7 classes, 7 movements with 7 different expectations. Even though there's one vision, one mission, every teacher is different, and so getting them used to that. Question: What kids do you recommend to apply to AAC math? I don't know. I don't want to be trivial with the answer, but kids that are strong in math, that have actually shown that. It would help if they shown that they're strong in math, not only in their grades, but also on any kind of assessments that you have. If they've shown that they're strong in those areas, then yeah, I recommend they take the AAC math class and set themselves up for algebra in the 8th grade. Next question. Looks like students already have filled this out. That's quite possible. How can we see what they chose? Well, one, hopefully your counselors will give you a copy of those sheets because they have to have a parent signature. And then when they put them in Skyward, which will open up on the 22nd, I don't know what day your counselors are going to go into Skyward and help them with their putting their courses in. But you'll be able to look at their course selection in Skyward. One of the dates you want to look out for is March 4th. March 4th through March 8th. I'm going to put that in the chat. March 4th through 8th is going to be course verification. That's a very important date. Verification. Okay? That is where you will absolutely go into Skyward and make sure that what y'all chose is what that child wants. Okay? March 4th is course verification. So you will have March 4th to March 8th to where you as a parent can go in and then you all can work with your counselors to make any updates and changes. Okay? So they've seen it when I've come by. They've seen it today. You see it today. You can access it on our website. The course guide is available on our webpage. And I'll put that on there as well. So all these things are available. And then when you get the course verification, that's where you say, yes, we've gone through the literature, we've had the training, we know exactly that this is going to be it. So when they arrive on the first day of school, if you want all my hair to fall out, email me about changing all of the classes because we don't want that class. And then I'll probably reply and say, yeah, that's what your child chose. And then we'll have a wonderful conversation and then we'll make a decision together because we are a community that wants to do the best for your child. All right, let's see. I have another question. Is tennis offered? Yes, tennis is offered. Sports are offered. Most sports, I want to say, and Dr. Washington, you may have a better answer, but most sports are not offered until the 7th grade, but I think there may be one or two that 6th graders can play. Can they do soccer or tennis as a 6th grader? Do you know that, Dr. Washington?
Yes, no, they cannot do tennis nor soccer at 6th grade level, but there are some things that they can take part in. But as far as the meat of our sports programs, football, track, basketball, volleyball, soccer, tennis, those things are for 7th grade, 7th and 8th grade.
Got you. All right, thank you. So that answers that question. But we do have tennis, but they won't be able to compete for the school until 7th grade. All right, we will email an application for the GT program based on my child's current status at his elementary. I don't know if he will be accepted in the program yet, but will that make a difference? Yes, it will make a difference if your child is accepted into our academy program and you take the seat. They will have 6 core courses. So additional with the 5 core courses, then our academy students start out with the Discovering Languages course, and then they get 1 additional elective. And then also all of those classes for the academy are AAC level courses, but they take them in a cohort. The core classes the math, science, social studies, and ELA, they take them in a cohort with other academy students. So yes, that will make a difference. All right. We have about 3 minutes before I have to go to the softball field and try and coach little girls playing softball. That is what I do in my lovely spare time. If you got a softball player, let me know. Looking for some. But they have to be 14. I'm sorry. So not this crowd. I'm sorry. And this is recorded, right? Any other questions? Any other questions that we have for this evening? I will put my email address in the chat as well. So if you have questions, feel free to email me. jasonbrown@fortbentisd.com. You are more than welcome to shoot me an email. And let me also put the link that goes directly to the counseling webpage. So if you want to take a look at course selection stuff specifically, then you can just click on the link and get some of the information that you need. Again, if you go into the course selection link, and I'll just show you right here. Let me share the screen real quickly, and then we'll be done. So what we've done for you, and you may have other students, and we put all of our times that we're going to be doing course selection stuff as we get through the month of January and February. But for you guys, 5th to 6th grade, if you click this link, This will take you to the district course selection guide, which gives the description of the courses that we have offered. So just in case you want a more black and white description, you just click this link and it will take you to the district link for the middle school course selection guide. All right. And then the course selection sheet is here. If you have other students that are here, this is specifically for Quail Valley. With the, but then when you get to 8th to 9th grade, then all this coursework is universal. But all of this other stuff is specifically toward Quail Valley. So please refrain from comparing what we do here to what is done at Baines or any other middle school, because each one of us is a little bit different in our own way. All right. I really appreciate you guys' time. Thank you for being here, all of you parents. Spread the word that at some point this video will be shared with the entire community so that those parents who were not here will be able to view this and the wonderful offerings that we have here at Raider Nation. Teachers, thank you for spending your time. Ms. Wooten, thank you so much. And at this time, I'm going to end the meeting. You all have a safe, wonderful evening, and eventually enjoy your weekend. Pretty soon you'll be a Raider, and then your student will say, Q knows. Y'all have a good one. Bye.
Thank you.